Hi everyone, my name is Gregory Scott and this is your intuitive tarot reading for August 2014. This is your monthly tarot forecast, and the way I'm going to do the reading is I'm going to choose 4 cards, each card representing a week of the month, and then I'll choose a final 5th card to give an overall theme for August 2014. And let's have a look at what's coming up this month by using the Lo Scarabeo deck. Okay, so first card is the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is representative of really being strong amid negativity. So the first week of August, I really see you trying to hang in there, but really worrying about the wrong thing. Really surrounding yourself with people who have negative things to say, who are challenging you, who are telling you you're not right, and really just raining on your parade, really. So it's a lot of people who are just spoiling your fun, really. And what you should be worrying about is something else completely. So by giving people space to criticize you or to put you down or any of those things, you're really missing something that you should be looking at. Something about your ideas, your life, your feelings, and really the guidance for the first week of August is to focus on yourself and not so much the opinions and thoughts and beliefs of other people. It's important to have some time for self-care and to explore your own ideas. The second week of August is the 6 of Wands, and that's in reverse. And the 6 of Wands really has to do with a lack of balance or a lack of harmony in terms of your life purpose. And really all that means is that you are on track, but you're not being celebrated because you haven't reached a kind of end point. So what I get is that the first card is really relating to that. So rather than listen to the criticism, what you should be doing is you should be focusing on your own life purpose, what it is you want to be doing, and really putting more energy into that, because that isn't exactly where it needs to be. When people criticize and they challenge, it's, sometimes it's useful because it makes you reevaluate things, but in the beginning of August it just drains your energy. And it means you lose focus of what you're really supposed to be doing. So in the second week particularly, get back on track, focus on your life purpose and what you want to achieve rather than what other people think about it. The next card is the 9 of Wands, and that's in reverse. And the 9 of Wands, again, it means that because it's in reverse, it means you're not done yet with what you're working on. Your creativity, your passion is something that you can really engage with and really make a lot of progress in, especially in weeks 2 and 3. You can really move that along quite a long way. And it's almost like this month is a month where you realize where you are in your life at the moment, that things are really a lot less. You become a lot more realistic about where you are right now and where you want to go and how much change it's going to take for you to get there. So you realize that at the beginning of August, you start taking positive action to make that a reality, and you really start working at it in a concrete, constructive way in week 3. So it's a process of really self-realization and realizing what's important to you. The final card in the 4th week of August is the 6 of Pentacles. And this is about financial balance and harmony. And by doing this work and by focusing on what you're wanting and what you want to achieve, you receive more balance in your life financially and emotionally and creatively. So again, this is the lesson that was very much present in the last week of July. The fact that you need to listen to your own guidance and not allow yourself to be ruled so much by other people's ideas and their dreams and what they think is right, but to really focus on what's right for you. And I gave an example in one of those videos, but I want to just go back to that and say, if you want to be a comedian and you come from an aristocratic British family which has never had a comedian in it, it's going to feel very risky for you to do that. and it's going to feel like you're totally off base because it's so unlike what anyone else has ever done. Now, regardless of the difficulty, if that's what you're feeling, then it means it's right, because you wouldn't have that desire there if there was no point to it. The universe doesn't place desires within you for no good reason. There is an actual reason there for you to do that. So stick with it, go for it, and really have the self-belief and have the self-respect to follow up on your desires. Not Aunt Susan's desires, not on your son's desires, not on grandma's view of things, on yours. And that takes a lot of strength, because it's like I said in that other video, you're not taught in society, in Western society, to not conform and to follow your dreams. You may be on a superficial level, but really the message is conform, get a job, be safe, and look after yourself. Don't take too many risks, because you may end up destitute. And this reading and this month is saying that if you do take that risk and you do believe in yourself, you reap the wonderful benefits that that brings, and the universe blesses you and returns that investment and gives you what you need in the form of balance and fulfillment and the knowledge that what you're doing is right for you. And really, you can't ask any more than that. For someone to try and do what they believe to be right and want to do is so much better than someone who says, well, I can't be an actor because I'll fail, so I'll get this job as a administrator, and that's all good, and it's that timid kind of settling. You're never going to be happy by timidly settling for something. And I know this is easier said than done, but really we do live in a world where risks are rewarded. And if you follow your dreams, you will benefit from that. And if you don't take any risk, you won't benefit. It's really very simple. The universe and the world, particularly we inhabit, isn't that complicated. If you do something for yourself and it succeeds, you have success. That's it. But it can be scary. Okay, let's have a look at the final card for the month of August and the main theme. Okay, and it's the Hanged Man in reverse. That's so interesting. I had this again previously, very recently again, and it means that I'm using a similar example. It's when you're doing a test and the first answer that comes to mind, often you write that down and you think, no, that's not right. And you cross it out and you write something that you think is much cleverer and more correct. And it's the initial answer that was right. And that's really the major theme for the month. That you're right, your initial gut response to things is correct, and you don't need to change your mind. That's going to be particularly important week 1, where you're going to where you want to do something, or you have a particular view of things, and people are going to be saying, well, what about this, and don't you think that, and you can't do that because you're this and that, and you think, oh, well, maybe they're right, maybe I am kind of just a little bit nuts here because I'm thinking completely outside of the box. Who do I think I am? All of that stuff. And a lot of people are so willing to criticize and say, okay, well, that's no good and I didn't like that. But really, what are those people offering you? And what do those people who support you say? Listen to them, don't listen to the criticism. So really, August is all about you. Your ideas are correct. If anyone criticizes you, even constructive criticism, if that person comes out of the blue and just comes up to you and says, oh, well, I'd like to offer my constructive criticism, then just really think, what have you ever done for me? And really get harsh with that. Why am I, and get a little bit snarky about it. Why do I have the benefit of receiving this wonderful criticism of yours? And really just say, thanks for sharing, and move on, because I'm not interested. Right, so August looks great, but it looks very much about staying in your own truth. And it looks like you can make a whole lot of progress there. And this kind of month, when you're almost fighting your way through to really maintain your beliefs and your purpose and your way of looking at things, that really strengthens you. And that's how a grown-up is made, The more you do this, the more grown-up you'll be, the more self-actualized, the more the more certain of yourself you're going to be. And it's a process. You don't just get born in on this planet and know exactly what's right for you. It's a process of trying things out, failing, succeeding, and then knowing what your truth is. And that's what we're doing here. We're exploring your life. So be present for the journey, show up, do it. It looks great, and the outcome is going to be much more positive than if you sit in a corner somewhere and weep and say, I can't do it, and I'm not even going to try. So have a fantastic month in August, and if you'd like to get in touch with me, you can. I've got a website, it's gregoryscott.com. Click on my bio for information about me and what I do. Click on readings for the types of readings I offer and how to set one up with me. I'm also on Facebook. You can find me at facebook.com/GregoryScott444, and my email address is readings@gregoryscott.co.uk. You can send me an email and get in touch with me that way. Have a fantastic, fabulous, glorious month, and I'll be with you again for the daily readings, the weekly readings, and all the other readings that I do on the channel. youtube.com/tarot astrology. Speak to you soon.